So I picked up, ooh, my hand is shaking. So this is the things, this is the symptoms of bloody hyperthyroidism. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case this is your first time here, my name is Taje. I am a Nigerian that lived in England most of her life, and I have just moved to LA for film school and acting, because acting is my career and I own a fashion label. But let's scratch all that. Today I'm going to be telling you about how I've been living with hyperthyroidism. To be honest, I know I haven't posted a video in probably like 2 weeks or a week. I think it's 2 weeks. It might be a week. I think it's 2 weeks. I haven't posted a video in about 2 weeks, and I've just been dealing with, I don't want to say a lot, but I've just been dealing with all kinds of stupidity. But I'm going to talk about some of it in my next video. I got robbed here in LA after being here only 5 months. I've lived in different parts of the world and that's never happened to me, but that's it for a separate video. Today I'm just going to be telling you about how I've been living with hyperthyroidism. I'm literally just I'm gonna try and cut it really short. So I'm gonna put the description right here on the screen about what hyperthyroidism is. I feel like I looked through YouTube. When I found that I had hyperthyroidism back in January 2019, I went on YouTube and I was trying to find people that were living with it and, you know, seeing what they were doing. I was literally trying to find natural remedies. Because at the time I was in Nigeria, I was opening my store. My store opening was happening in February. So I was really just there trying to figure out my life in terms of hyperthyroidism. So I was checking YouTube and stuff, and I realized that I couldn't really find much about hyperthyroidism on YouTube. I only found a lot about hypothyroidism, and that really annoyed me because I was just like, yo, I just want to see someone that, you know, that's living with it and living. So yeah, I'm just going to tell you about my experience with living with hyperthyroidism, when I found out, what happened, all of that. So I'm just going to go straight into it. So I found out that my symptoms apparently started in November 2018. But I brushed them off because I was opening my store. My store launch was happening in February, so I was doing a lot of work, as apart from doing like shooting and videos and filming shows and all that, and doing my store and doing my business, and doing radio and all that. I was also doing my store opening, so I was really stressed out at this point in my life, and there was a lot going on in my family as well. So I was really, really stressed out. But I thought that I was stressed out because I thought that the symptoms was because I was stressed out. So I ignored them, and I kept going. By December 2018, I noticed like little things. I was struggling to breathe. I would walk for a little bit and I'd be tired. I would struggle to sleep, all kinds of things. But I just thought, oh, I just chucked it down to stress because there was a lot going on. Then by January, everything like tripled. Like my symptoms were crazy. My hands were like shaky, like crazy shaky. The breathing was struggling. My hair was falling out. Like my hair was shedding like crazy. Speaking of hair, so my hair is wrapped up right now because it's wash day. I just realized I didn't even acknowledge that. It's wash day, so right now it's in its pre-poo situation, and there's a bag on my head as well, and then I just tied the scarf so that I can look presentable for you guys. But yeah, it's wash day, and there's even aloe vera on my face and no foundation. But yeah, because there's aloe vera in my hair, my whole pre-poo situation, I'll show you guys someday, I don't know. Yeah, so by January it had really like stripped out, like everything had tripled. So I was struggling to breathe. I was really like, I was going through the ringer at this point. I was tired, but I couldn't sleep. I was exhausted. I had serious shortness of breath. Even till now, the shortness of breath is still there, but it's a little bit better because I guess I'm getting better, or according to how they say it, I'm in remission. But I feel like saying I'm in remission makes it sound so bloody serious. So I don't like to say that, but apparently that's what you're supposed to say when you feel like you're getting better or when you are getting better. But yeah, so I had all the symptoms and stuff. Literally all the symptoms that were to do with hyperthyroidism, I had them. But I didn't know what hyperthyroidism was at this point in my life. So all these things, by January, all these things had happened, and it was really a lot for me. And I was going through my store opening as well. My store opening was February 12th because that was my 2-year anniversary of my business. So I was like, oh my gosh, what's really going on, you know? Like, And then I was like, okay, let me just go to the hospital and find out. So I went to the hospital and, oh, another thing. So I went to the hospital. I'll give it to you right now. So I went to the hospital. Let's say I went to the hospital on a Monday. And the doctor was like, oh, she thinks she has an idea what this is, but she doesn't want to jump to a conclusion, so she's not going to tell me what it is. This is in Nigeria. She's not going to tell me what it is, but she'll find out, but let's monitor it. So she told me to run some tests. So they took my blood, run some tests. But they ran tests for things that had nothing to do with hyperthyroidism. She just wanted to make sure she would rule out everything else first before she came to the conclusion of hyperthyroidism. So she was like, okay, yeah, she wants to run some... I don't mean to interrupt, but can you please hit the subscribe button down below? Please, please, please. Thank you. Hit the subscribe button down below. Thanks. Keep watching. Tests. And let's see how that goes. So we ran some tests. So that's on Monday. So she told me to come back on Wednesday. So in Nigeria, or in my hospital in Nigeria, if you come within two days, I think, or 3 days, of visiting the hospital, I think you don't have to pay consultation again. So I think that's why she told me to come on a Wednesday. So I came back on a Wednesday, and from Monday to Wednesday I lost 6 kgs. So because that's another thing of hyperthyroidism, that's another symptom. You lose weight drastically, like you lose weight like ridiculously. So I had lost weight I lost like 6 kg from Monday to Wednesday. And she was like, okay, I think I definitely know what this is now, because for you to have lost this much weight, she's like, we ran tests, but those tests are showing that all the other things are fine with you. But I think I know what it is now, because you have all these symptoms and you have lost 6 kg in 2 days. So she was like, okay, I want you to see the endocrinologist. So the endocrinologist comes in on Friday. So please come and see the endocrinologist on Friday. So I was like, okay. So I went back on Friday. This is all crazy. So that day when I went on Wednesday, she ran some more tests, because obviously she wanted to have my TH3, my TH4 account, so she could give it to the endocrinologist when he came on Friday. So they drew some more blood again on Friday. I really don't like the fact that they were drawing so much blood, but I don't know. I generally don't trust Nigerian doctors. It's very unfortunate is what it is, but I generally don't. I just feel like they have made so many mistakes, and they've killed people that I know just from like little things that could have been avoided. So generally I'm very, very iffy. However, my hospital that I go to in Nigeria is really, really good. So I was like, okay. So she was like, come back on Friday. So I was like, okay, no problem. So I went back on Friday, and the endocrinologist was there. So I saw the first endocrinologist, which was a lady, and she was like, I was already pissed off at this point, because I felt like she hadn't given me any solution. She hadn't helped me in any way. She was just telling me rubbish. So I was like, this is so annoying, but whatever. So I went back to the other doctor, and I was like, okay, this lady didn't really tell me much. She wasn't really helpful. Can I see a different endocrinologist? And then she was like, okay, she'll call a different endocrinologist to come on Tuesday. So basically, so my hospital, they have different branches, but the bigger branch is in VI, Victoria Island, and my branch was in Lekki. So they were like, okay, she was like, okay, she'll call a different endocrinologist to come on Tuesday. So I was like, okay, no problem. So that whole weekend I was feeling like shit. She gave me some medications just to kind of make me sleep and whatever, because I wasn't sleeping at all, which is part of the symptoms. You have insomnia basically. So I wasn't sleeping. I was probably sleeping maybe 2 hours every day. So she put me on medication so it could calm me down and make me sleep, to kind of help my heart rate go down or whatever, because that's another symptom. I had literally every symptom, which is so scary for me. So that happened. So by Tuesday I came back, so I saw a guy this time. So the guy was like, oh, he was like, apparently went to school in England or whatever. So he was like, oh, I definitely know what this is. You have hyperthyroidism. Your TH4 count is really, really low. Your this, that, and the other is this, and the other. And I was like, oh my goodness, are you serious? And he was like, yeah. He was like, have you been stressed lately? I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. That's literally what triggers it. Because if you have thyroid glands and you have things, when you're stressed, so I just tell this to everyone, when you're too stressed internally and you don't let it out and you just keep it within yourself and you feel like you can deal with it, your body is not happy. Like, your body will react however it wants to react to make you deal with the problems. So that's exactly what happened. My body was mad at me, and my body was like, okay, you think you're a cool kid, this is not funny, this is not cute, you are ridiculously stressed out, and this is how I'm gonna tell you to stop being stressed. So it just gave me hyperthyroidism. And so he was like, yeah, have you been stressed? What's been happening? So I tried to tell him as much as I could possibly tell him without, you know, giving him too much information, personal information about my life. And then he was like, okay, that's not great. You know, you need to find a way to remove yourself from the stress and some other things. And then he put me on medication. So my FT4 and my FT3 were irregular. They were really ridiculous. Like, let's say one was supposed to be like 6, mine was like 29. And let's say one was supposed to be like -4 and mine was like -100. It was ridiculous. Like, mine was really, really like crazy. So he didn't really like that. He didn't like that my results were ridiculous. So yeah, so he put me on carbimazole, which is, I don't want to misplace the definition, but it says carbimazole is a prodrug, as after absorption it is converted to the active form methimazole. Methimazole prevents thyroid peroxidase, the thyroid hormone T3 and T4. Basically, carbimazole helps to reduce the hormones that are being overproduced in my thyroid gland, because hyperthyroidism means that my thyroid gland is producing too much hormone, so it's producing too much T3 and T4. So what my body was doing was that my body was producing too much, so carbimazole was trying to reduce the production. He also put me on another medication, which I can't remember the name right now, but he put me on another medication that was supposed to reduce my heart rate, because my heart rate was ridiculous. Problem is, the heart rate medication was making my my breathing really struggle. Like, I was struggling more than normal. I mean, normal in the sense of hyperthyroidism, struggling to breathe with the medication that he put me on for my heart rate. But he was like, he would rather my heart rate be low to avoid cardiac arrest than, and I can just struggle to breathe. And I was like, that's really not happening for me. That I don't really like that. But yeah, that's what happened. So fast forward, I kept going back, obviously, to do tests, check up, see if anything's an improvement, whatever, over like a 2-3 week period. Then my store launch came. I was so stressed. I didn't even care. Like, the day before, a TV people, whatever, came to do an interview for me to talk about my store launch, and I just didn't care. I did the interview without makeup, to be honest. I didn't look bad. But I did the interview without makeup because I was just feeling so sick. I'm actually going to insert a little clip of the interview just here on the screen. I did a little interview of the shoot.
Before you get on set,
and
we'll wear flats to get on set.
I did a little interview without makeup because I was so tired. Like, my entire body was just not having it. But it was too late. Like, the store was supposed to come to, you know, open. So I needed that to happen. So that's what happened. So the store opened. And then when the store opened, store launch happened. It was so much fun. I was happy that it happened, but I obviously was dealing with my own health issues, but I didn't want to like bring everybody down and start saying, oh my god, my health. After my store launch, I say like a week, not even a week, maybe like 4 or 5 days after, my feet started to swell. Like, my ankles were swelling so bad and my feet were swollen. And I just, see, to be honest, yeah, it's not like, because like I said earlier, I don't really trust Nigerian doctors. So the fact that my feet were swollen and like everything, I just started to panic. So I called my mom and I was like, oh my god. And I called my dad, I called my parents, and I was like, oh my god, this is the situation. My feet are swollen. This hyperthyroidism, I don't know what this Nigerian doctors are doing. They've given me medication and my feet are swollen. I don't know what's going on. I must have said I don't want to die. I'm pretty sure I must have said that because I can be quite dramatic sometimes. But yeah, so I said that. And then my mom was like, oh. So quickly they booked me on a flight to South Africa because everyone was in SA, they're in a house in South Africa. So they booked me a flight. Actually, my dad was probably in the States. My mom was in South Africa. My family was in South Africa. We have a house in South Africa. We live in South. Anyways, all that. So they booked me a flight quickly to South Africa so I could see the family doctor. So I said to book the flight today. By like tomorrow, the day after, I was gone. So I had to quickly pack, take some things, and just leave. So I went straight to South Africa, and I had to go, so I went to go see our family doctor, Dr. Shirley, and she was like, okay, she started to panic. The minute she saw me, and I showed her my test results from Nigeria, and she saw my thyroid gland, she was freaking out. She was like, oh my god, this is not good, blah, blah, blah. I mean, she wasn't having it at all. She was like, this is not good. I don't know how you could just be sitting here. People, this is the thing that happens. Some people leave it so late, and then by the time they see me, they're like broomsticks. This is not good. But she wasn't having it. She was just not happy at all. So she was freaking out. And then she was like, today, I need to make sure that you can see the doctor today. You're going to go see the endocrinologist. He's the best one in South Africa. You're going to go see him today, Taje. It can't go past today. So my mom was just sitting there like, because my mom, all this time, let me tell you something. All this time, I think my mom thought I was exaggerating with the symptoms. Like, because she just couldn't, because I'm not the type of person to complain health-wise. Like, I'm just very, sorry guys, there's hair there. So just, I feel like there's things on my neck. So I'm not the type of person to complain just generally, health-wise. Like, I'm just not. Like, it's like, I like to always feel like I'm healthy. I feel like I'm the healthiest girl in the world. I've always been. So I'm not the type to complain about anything health-wise. So when I was telling her all these things, my mom just genuinely thought I was playing. Like, I think she just didn't believe me. She just thought I was exaggerating. Like, I would say, oh, I can't breathe. I can't go anywhere. I'm going to stay here. And she would be like, you're just exaggerating. No, she wouldn't say it's just exaggerating. She would be like, okay. Be calling these things on yourself. Yeah. Her favorite thing was be calling these things on yourself. And in my mind, I was like, why would I choose to struggle to breathe? Like, why? I just couldn't understand it. But anyways, in the room when she saw Dr. Shirley freaking out and like really panicking, she realized it was serious. So Dr. Shirley was like, yeah, today definitely you have to go see an endocrinologist. So she put me through to an endocrinologist in South Africa, well, in the hospital, another hospital, Dr. Ruda. So he's really good when it comes to thyroid gland issues. He's an endocrinologist that specializes in thyroid gland matters. So went to go see him quickly. She was able to get us into an appointment that day. So I went to go see him, and he saw me, and he was so calm. I really like him. Shout out to Dr. Ruda in South Africa, in Johannesburg. He is so cool. He was super calm. It was crazy. He was like, okay, what do you have? What are the symptoms you have? And then I mentioned all the symptoms. And he's like, okay, so you basically have all the symptoms that have to do with hyperthyroidism. That's all right. We can fix that. And then he goes, oh, have you had hyperthyroidism before? You haven't? I mean, I also have other videos of talking about other things I have to do in my life. So hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you can get in touch with all my videos and you can get in the loop. Okay, guys? Hit the subscribe button, please! Thank you. So he was like, let's just focus on medication for now. So he put me on another version of carbimazole, and I can't remember the other medication name now. I have this thing where I tend to forget medication names. It's the craziest thing. I never understand why I always forget. But yeah, he put me on carbimazole, and he put me on something else that was supposed to help with my breathing and my heart rate and all of that, to kind of reduce my heart rate so everything else would calm down. So when he put me on that, I was actually feeling all right for like the first, I mean, I still had all the symptoms, but at least I felt like I was in control of them for like maybe the first month or so. So he didn't want me to come back to do another appointment for like another month. So I was still in SA because my mom was like, yeah, you're just gonna stay here and just watch everything and just make sure that you're fine. So I was still in SA. And then just before I left South Africa, to England, and I went to see him, and he was like, oh, he doesn't like the fact that my symptoms haven't reduced, so he increased my medication. So in the beginning I would take 8 tablets a day, and then I would take one of the other one, which I can't remember what the bloody name is right now, one of the other one, a little tiny pink tablet that was going to help with my heart rate and my breathing and all that, one a day. And then when I went back to see him and he realized that the symptoms and nothing had really improved and I was still struggling, he increased my dosage from 3 times a day. So I was then taking 12 and 2 of the pink tablets a day. And then he said, with the pink tablets, I can stop as I go along I shouldn't use it every time. So I should only use it when I really feel like I need it. So I was like, okay, great, fantastic, no problem. So I did that. And he wasn't happy. He wasn't happy at all that I hadn't improved, to be honest. So right before I left, he was already saying, okay, maybe you should start considering surgery and this, that, and the other. And I was like, yeah, I really don't want to do surgery because I just don't feel like I need to. So he was like, okay, maybe we can do an iodine ablation. And he said he did that for his own. He did an iodine ablation. And I was like, huh, okay, maybe, but I don't know yet. So I didn't do any of that. And he was just like, yeah, I should make sure I watch it because I told him I'm traveling. So I said I should keep him in the loop and tell him what's going on and all that. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's no problem. So I traveled and I was just on these, like I don't want to say a shit ton, but it's a shit ton of medication that I was on. I'm actually going to look for the tablets and show you guys. Let me just do that right now. Give me 1 second. So I found the things. So he put me on neomecazole. I don't even know how I found this one that I hadn't finished. But it's okay, because when I came to the States, another doctor put me on methimazole, another version of methimazole, which is what the active ingredient of neomecazole is anyways. So I don't know how I have a whole pack. This is ridiculous because it's so expensive. I'm upset that I have a whole pack left. It's so expensive. I was so sure that my medication had finished, and I told the doctor, so he gave me a new, this is a new one, a new prescription. But anyway, so Dr. Ruder put me on neomecazole and propranolol. So propranolol was supposed to help with the heart rate and the breathing issues and all that. And then neomecazole was obviously supposed to help with the production of the hormones. It's a hormone inhibitor. Yeah. So I was taking that. Everything was fine and dandy. I mean, I just got used to just struggling, just got used to like certain things, struggling to breathe. He told me I couldn't work out because if I did anything too strenuous, my heart rate would go up. And he just wanted to avoid any forms of cardiac arrest. So I was like, wow, okay, that's scary. I like to work out, so that was a bit annoying for me. So I couldn't work out for quite a while. So I was taking all this medication, all of that happened, blah, blah, blah. I was in England, enjoying my life, whatever. I was in Nigeria, enjoying my life, whatever. And, well, enjoying my life. I say that with a pinch of salt because there's little things that used to just really annoy me. Like, I couldn't deal with heat. If I was anywhere that it was hot, and this is all to do with fucking hyperthyroidism. So if there was anywhere that was hot, my body, buckets of sweat, I'd be sweating. I'd be hot, I'd be itchy. Oh, it was so annoying, you guys. I literally had all the symptoms. So before this whole situation happened, my hair was really flourishing. But when this fucking thing came along, my hair started shedding because it was part of the things. So it was really, really annoying. So that happened. All of that really pissed me off. It was really upsetting. I really was questioning a lot of things. I kept asking God why he would make me sick. I'm a very healthy girl. You know, why? I'm just really upset by the whole situation, if I'm being honest. But anyways, I came to the States, started film school. The medical system here in the States is really, really weird. It's really different. In South Africa, Dr. Ruder had given me a prescription. He was like, okay, when you finish your prescription that I've given you now, because he gave me a prescription for quite a while, for a couple of months. And then he gave me extra in case, so I was able to run that one and buy the medication in South Africa. So if you look, this is Dischem Pharmacies. Dischem Pharmacies is in SA, is in Joburg. And it says, Dr. Ruder Sunday. So I was able to get a lot of medication that's going to last me about 6 months. And then, because I was not going to be in SA for like another 6 months. So I left. And then when I came to the States, my medication kind of ran out. I thought it ran out. I thought it was completely done. Which is so annoying, you guys. This is so expensive. So for this to still be remaining, it's the most annoying thing. At least it doesn't expire until next year. So hopefully I never need it. But if I do, at least I have some. So yeah, that happened. The medical system here is really messed up, in my opinion, and the opinion of most people here. So you'd have to either have health insurance or you pay ridiculous prices for medication, and you can't use a prescription from another country. You can only use a prescription from here. So basically you have to go see a doctor and pay money, which is just all like just really ridiculous and really sad. But anyways, I had to do that. So when I came, I needed new medication after like a month. So he prescribed the same thing. So what happened was he was like, okay, I need to speak to your doctor in South Africa because I don't want to give you too much or too little. So that's what happened. So he spoke to Dr. Ruder, and Dr. Ruder told him, okay, yeah, this is the medication that he can put me on, and this is how much medication I was taking before. If he feels like I've improved, he can reduce it a little bit, and then, but he also thinks I should get surgery. So I was like, why are you just out here poisoning the doctor that doesn't even know you and doesn't even know my situation? That really pissed me off, but whatever. So he called me, he was like, okay, this is what your doctor said. He said that he feels you should do the surgery, but if you're really pressed on not doing the surgery, which I can't force you, this is the situation I'm going to prescribe. You can go pick it up from CVS. So I went to go pick up the medication from CVS. So I picked up, ooh, my hand is shaking. So this is the things, this is the symptoms of bloody hyperthyroidism. It's not as bad as before though. It used to be really bad, but that's not the point right now. So he put me on the same medication, put me on methimazole, and he put me on propranolol. Now I'll tell you why I was really happy about this new prescription that I had. So instead of taking a ridiculous amount of medication like I was doing before, where I was taking 12 tablets plus 2, so I was basically taking, and then plus another thing that I was taking, so basically every day I was taking about 16 tablets, which is really annoying. This medication and the new doctor prescribing it to me, because these ones are slightly higher doses than the other ones, because the carbimazole was about, it was 5 per tablet, 5 milligrams per tablet, so I was taking a lot, basically. But with these ones, he reduced it 1 every 8 hours as opposed to 4 every few hours. So propranolol, I was taking 1 tablet every 8 hours, and methimazole, I was taking 1 tablet 3 times a day, which was fantastic. So I went from taking 16 tablets a day to taking 5 tablets a day. I was so happy with that. So I did see some improvement. I was happy that I was making some progress. I gave it like 3-4 months, and then I stopped taking them altogether. So after like 3-4 months, I contacted Dr. Ruda. I contacted my doctor here, and I was like, okay, this is a situation. I'm feeling better. I'm not struggling to breathe as much. My shaking has really improved. It's not as much. I'm sleeping. Oh my God, I started to sleep, you guys. That was amazing. Because sleep was just like far-fetched for me. I mean, I still had the itch sometimes at night, mostly, which is part of the symptoms. I still have the itch. The itch really annoys me. But yeah, so I was sleeping. So I was really happy about the fact that I was sleeping, guys. Oh my God. I told them, okay, yeah, I feel like I've improved, and I'm tired of putting chemicals in my body. I'm really tired of it. So I was like, when this dosage finishes, I'm done. So they were both like, huh. So Dr. Ruda's like, okay, if you feel, Dr. Ruda doesn't really believe in putting chemicals in your body. Just do the surgery and get it over with, and just be taking 1 tablet a day for the rest of your life. And I was like, I really don't want to do that. Like, I just don't want to be taking something for the rest of my life, you know? Because the tablet, what the surgery does is they remove your thyroid gland, and then the tablet does the job of your thyroid gland for the rest of your life, because the thyroid gland is important for your entire body and entire function. So yeah, I was like, no, I don't really want to do that, you know, and whatever. So he was like, okay, you know what, if you feel like you're feeling better, let's monitor it. You can go off the medication when it's done, watch it and see what happens. So I was like, okay, great, fantastic, this is perfect for me. So I did that. So I've been about maybe 2 or 3 months now without taking any medication. I'm still monitoring it, but at the same time, I'm doing everything in my best possible ability to not stress myself, to not overstress myself or overexert myself. I am definitely trying to live healthier, even healthier. So now I'm taking a lot of herbs and a lot of just healthier things, vegetables, fruits. I've always eaten vegetables and fruits, but I've just like tripled dosage. And I'm trying not to eat as much processed food as well. I've definitely cut out all kind of fizzy drinks from it. I just don't know if it makes any difference, but I've definitely cut it out because I just feel like the caffeine must be playing some part in my body. The situation is, I feel like I've improved. Is it completely gone? Definitely not, but I'm praying that it is. I've been actually, so the doctors have told me to go do a T3, T4 test to check out my thyrotoxin rate and all that. But I haven't gone to do it because I've been pushing it off so much, because I want a situation where I go in to do the test and everything is back to normal, and I know that I don't have to deal with hyperthyroidism ever again in my life. So I want to give it another, probably like next month. I'm going to check it. Middle of next month, I'm going to just go do the test and just say fuck it and just do the test. And I'll be back to 100% healthy girl like I always have been. And then I'll just be happy. So what I've done is I've just recently ordered, which is something I'm going to talk about in a completely different video, but I've just recently ordered sea moss because I've read and I've done some research and I've seen that it does help with hyperthyroidism and just help with anything to do with the thyroid glands. So I just really want to try the natural way and just see what happens. But yeah, guys, I think I've been talking for probably about 30 minutes now, so I'm just going to shut up. But But yeah, that's my situation, and that is what I've been dealing with, living with hyperthyroidism. It has been the most annoying experience of my entire life. I've actually absolutely hated it. Absolutely hated it. But I mean, do you know what's funny? A lot of my friends used to say something really silly. I mean, they still say it till this day. They're like, Taje, look, I mean, hyperthyroidism is just not fantastic. It's not the best thing for you. But my nigga, look at the weight loss. They were like, girl, just look at the weight loss. Look at what it's done to your body. You're looking fire. You know, it's like a free, easy weight loss. I hate it, but I try to look at the positive side of it. And that's the only positive that I could find. That it has done the easiest weight loss I've ever in my life. So during this whole hyperthyroidism experience, I've lost about 30 kgs. It might be 40 by now because I'm still losing weight. But I'm not losing weight as much as I was losing weight when it started. Initially, I would lose like 6 kg a week, or 6 kg or 8 kg a week, 6 kg every few days or something. But now I've probably lost about 30 or 40 kgs since I've had it, which I'm not complaining about because I don't mind the weight loss, honestly. But I do mind every other symptom that I've had because I absolutely hated every other symptom. In the beginning, I used to feel like I needed to explain to people when I would try to pick something up and my hand would be like shaking like crazy. I don't like hyperthyroidism. I don't like the fact that I have it. It really fucking sucks. But apart from that, I'm just happy to be alive. I'm happy to be somewhat healthy despite hyperthyroidism, and to just be able to see my everyday life, and I just bless God for keeping me and preventing me from any fatal diseases. I just thought I should share with you guys my hyperthyroidism experience and my living with hyperthyroidism and how it fucking sucks. But I also wanted to just tell you guys all the medication I've been taking and all the things I've been doing to kind of live healthier, and just kind of share a little thing that I've been dealing with in my life. Another thing that I really, really despise about having hyperthyroidism is my eyes are much bigger. So it just says, because my pupils are now protruding, yeah? Because my pupils are now protruding, they now make my eyes look really, really big. So when I'm sitting down and I'm trying to take pictures, I'm not trying to look surprised, but I'd be looking surprised. And it's so annoying because on Instagram, I take a lot of pictures on Instagram. So I will take a picture, I will pose on Instagram, and I pose a picture, and I've probably taken about 50 pictures by this point before I picked one. And I tried to pick the one with my eyes looking a little less wide, and someone would still mention it and be like, oh my God, your eyes are looking surprised. Why are your eyes looking surprised? So now I just own it, and I've just accepted that now my eyes are bigger, and my eyes will always be looking surprised, but it's okay, you know? And it's the funniest thing because people that meet me that don't know me, I was like, oh my God, your eyes are so big and beautiful. So big. Your eyes are so big. And it's hilarious because before hyperthyroidism, my eyes were tiny. My eyes were like really small. I'd be like this and I'd be talking and my eyes would be like, oh yeah. But now my eyes are just like doing what they want to do. Like right now, I'm sure in this video, I probably have looked surprised half of this video. But I can't do nothing about it, boo-boo. It's what it is. It is what it is, and I've accepted it. My eyes are bigger, my hand shakes sometimes, I struggle to breathe, so if I'm taking a walk with a guy or something, like right now, so that's why you see my videos sometimes, I'm just like, you see me, I draw like a really big breath, because it's almost like my body forgets to breathe or something, and I have to take a deep breath and continue to breathe. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of all the symptoms that you guys might have noticed but not known what it was. Probably thought that I was just like crazy. Like I remember making a video one time and some chick sent me a message on Instagram and she's like, oh my God, why are you breathing so heavy? You really need to watch your weight. I was just like, this dumb bitch that doesn't even know what's going on, didn't even ask, oh, are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. You know, you're breathing heavy. And I was just like, wow. In my mind, I was like, you know what, it's okay. Hyperthyroidism. Done, guys. I'm going to stop talking because I feel like if you let me sit down here and talk about hyperthyroidism, I can probably talk about it for another 3 hours because it's so annoying in my life. Because I've just gone from a really, really super healthy girl to having to deal with something that affects my entire life. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to share this video with all your friends. And please leave a comment down below if you are dealing with any kind of thyroid gland. It could be hypo, it could be hyper. I'm sure hypo would be so annoying because you gain weight. So it could be hypo, it could be hyper, it could be just be goiter, it could be anything to do with your thyroid gland. If you're dealing with anything, please leave a comment down below and let me know that we're all together in this. I promise you we're all together in this. We're all going to be all right. And as well, if you're dealing with, and if you feel like people that try to make your hyperthyroidism or your thyroid gland issue feel so small, fuck all of them, because you know what you're dealing with. So yeah, just leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. If you feel like this video was helpful to you in any way, shape, or form, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please share this video with your people and like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Catch you in my next video. Ciao. Catch you in my next video. Ciao.